Do you feel like you have been recovering from insomnia for a long time? Like you've been trying to recover and then you kind of fall back, you're back to square one, and then you're recovering again, and you just keep bouncing back and forth? Well, if so, that's what I want to talk to you about today, because there's a big misconception about recovering from insomnia that can keep us stuck because we feel like we're not making progress, or every time we make progress we are back to square one. So I wanted to make this video before I leave for California in 2 days, flying 24 hours, and I'm going to be really busy, so I might not be able to make a video for a couple of weeks while I'm traveling, but I will try. So I wanted to send this video out. So let's talk about recovering from insomnia. One big thing people don't understand, or they have this expectation of it happening quickly. Recovering from insomnia is not a quick fix. Yes, there are pills and supplements and things sold out there to be a quick fix or a band-aid fix, but they aren't going after the root cause. That is the big issue there. When we go after the root cause, that is what's going to take time. Yes, it sucks, it takes a long time, but that is what's going to give you long-term results. So you have years and years of fear to undo. So I don't know how long your insomnia has been. It could have been a month, it could be a year, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years like me, or even longer. So that's going to make a difference. Yes, you could have just a month of insomnia and only a month of this fear that is sending signals to your brain, or you're getting signals of danger to your brain because of the fear. I kind of said that kind of backwards and weird, but basically it's that fear every night that is sending signals of danger to your brain and is activating that fight or flight system that is keeping you awake. That is every single night of fear, of telling your brain that there is danger. I'm going to turn this fan up because it's hot. Hopefully it's not too loud in the background. So if you've had insomnia for many years, think of how many nights and how many years of telling your brain that there is danger. How many years of sending these fear signals? How many years of feeling that fear? That is deeply rooted in your brain. That's just the new norm for your brain every single night, to be fearful, activate the fight or flight system, maybe sleep anxiety, general anxiety because we're thinking about it all day, we're worried about sleep all day. It really gets stuck. We get stuck in this cycle. So we have many years of fear to undo. So when we're going after the root cause, we're sending signals of safety. That is what's going to teach your brain that you are safe. Everything that I'm teaching here is how to teach your brain that you are safe so that you can go after the root cause. It's those repeated safety signals day after day after day after month after month that is going to really help your brain learn to trust with time that you are safe. And it takes a long time. And there are going to be speed bumps along the way. When I say it takes a long time, you do get better sleep with time, but you're not going straight from not sleeping well to where you need to be quickly. You're slowly improving with time. Now, there are going to be speed bumps along the way where you're sleeping better, you're seeing progress, you're getting excited, and you don't want to lose that progress, and you have a speed bump. And it feels like you're back to square one. Every single client I have worked with, same thing. They feel like they're back to square one. Same thing when I went through this journey. It feels like you're back to square one. And it's not an easy feeling, and it's frustrating. And in the moment, it's really hard to believe that you're not back to square one because it feels exactly the same. The anxiety, the lack of sleep, and everything. It just takes a long time for your brain to fully trust that you are safe. So when you have a speed bump, it is not failure. It is not you did something wrong. It's just an opportunity to continue to teach your brain that you are safe. Now, I practiced everything that I teach here for a full year before it felt like things actually stabilized. I would teach stuff, I'd start to get better, or teach stuff, teach safety to my brain. I'd start to get some results, just a little bit, and then I have a speed bump, like I'm back to square one. And then I'd get better, and then I'd get a speed bump. And a little bit better, and then another speed bump. And it just went on forever. These speed bumps, they would occasionally come back. Now, in the beginning, they happened a lot more often. But as the months went on, they happened less and less often. And then towards maybe the second half of the year, closer to a year, they started happening like once a month. Maybe a little bit more. And they would just last 2-3 days max. And then everything would be fine the rest of the month. And then I'd have another speed bump. And it went on forever till about a year. And still, after a year, I would occasionally, on the rare occasion, get a speed bump. And it was just more opportunities to teach my brain that I'm safe. And I had to keep reminding myself of everything that I learned, everything that I did to help teach my brain that I was safe so I could show it. It's like teaching the brain a new language. I really like this analogy. You're teaching your brain, your nervous system, what calm looks like your brain and nervous system. It's like it doesn't remember that language anymore. Like you erased that from the system. All it knows is danger. It's always on threat detection, and it's always trying to keep you safe. And this is what's keeping you awake every single night. It's activating that fight or flight system. You're being kept awake so that you are safe. Because remember, if you go to sleep, a deep sleep, a long sleep, you are putting yourself in danger if there's a threat out there, and your brain thinks there is a threat. So it's like teaching your brain a new language, teaching it calm again, teaching it safety, teaching it how to relax. And that's what takes practice and consistency and time. Oops, sorry. Things falling on me. It feels slow, and it feels like nothing is working because you keep going back what feels like square one. Every speed bump feels like you're back to square one. Even though you made progress and then you have a speed bump, you're like, I'm back to square one. I'm not making progress because I keep ending up back here. You are never back to this spot as you continue doing this stuff. It's just your brain consistently needs reminders that you are safe, and you have to consistently keep showing it and trusting the process, which is really hard. And you need to build trust with your brain and your nervous system, and that takes time. And remember, you're not going to have good sleep between when you first start recovering from insomnia to the point that you're trying to get to. You're getting more and more consistent sleep. It's just speed bumps are going to be mixed in there. And how we react to those speed bumps is what's going to help determine how quickly we move through them, how long they last, how intense, and how often they happen. Because if we're still reacting like, oh my God, this can't happen, I'm scared, this is bad, I'm back to square one, we're setting those signals of danger again instead of safety. So they're going to be more intense. They're going to last longer, and they're going to happen more often. So I just wanted to share those words of wisdom with you because I had to go through the very same thing. And those reactions that I had to the speed bumps are what kept me stuck. So whatever you're doing to learn how to teach your brain safety, whether it's through my program or someone else, just keep consistent. Keep practicing them and trust the process. Even when it feels like you're back to square one, trust. Remember to send signals of safety to your brain, which is what I teach in all these different videos. So that's it. I hope that was helpful. And like I said, I'm headed to California in 2 days. I'm going to be traveling for 24 hours. And then I will be there and be seeing family and friends and going all the different places that I miss. And so I won't be on here as much. I'll try to film a video when I'm there, but I'm not sure. Anyway, I will see you in the next video, whenever that is. I hope this message was helpful, and I'll see you then. Bye.